take a 2/4. And that's probably a human question mark. You should snap here if you were playing for keeps before the Merlin flips up, just so we're clear. I don't think I want to brick a draw, which playing Kate would do. She died. She had 2 cards to my hand, and then Merlin adds 1 next turn. Oh, looking at Agent Venom, Lockheed's probably a fun one inside of, like, Bass Spice Rack stuff, yeah? That's the big best. So Shiao explicitly cares about the last character that she played. So it doesn't matter that I once and futured in between here. But I do kind of want to end on this in case I draw... In case I draw Absorbing Man. Means I miss 3 points on this, though. This is kind of the clunkiness of Grandmaster, though. He's a card that's so awkward if you're not really well set up. There's a big boy. I can add 16 on the right. Is it a play for all 3 kind of angle? Shame we missed on Absorbing Man and Odin for show. Victory. Marvel retreat. Marvel retreat. Weapon X is one of those cards from last season, chat, where like I knew like 20 minutes into playing and I was like, I'm realistically not going to play this card much once it's no longer the season pass card and weekend missions are over. Quite the opposite. Shiao is the type of card where I'm like, we are going to play so much of this card this year. There are going to be lots of flavors of this in lots of ways. This card, and more specifically the supporting cast around it, just do so many of the types of things I really enjoy doing in SNAP. Tim is not a human being. I think I'm playing out Grandmaster, just empty slots in my hand. Oh, he does count the cards I've already played for the turn. That's so good. I said earlier he didn't do that. I was mistaken. Once they're out on the board, he does count them. Man, I really wanted to Odin Shou, but this is too juicy now. Ready for that big old bot retreat?
Are ye worthy?
I assume we're losing the left, and that's why they stayed. They tried to tug their own rug. You can't do that on stream. Not gonna lie, chat. I puckered a little bit when my 12 power Maria Hill died. I was like, oh no, did we just lose that? Classic second dinner. Drude, thank you for the brand new Prime sub. I know there's a ton of great people you can support with every month with that on Twitch. Thanks for doing it this way. If it's a direct support like that or a big part of why I'm able to do what I do as a job. Thanks for keeping me around. Wow, that's pretty annoying. Means that they get another point here. I'm at the airport waiting for a delayed flight. Where's my gym? Asking the real questions. Nightmare's a little terrifying. Without Shou, my deck kinda doesn't have numbers, yeah? Like, how am I supposed to win the game here? I think we don't is the answer. We just leave. Which that might be a problem. Someone just asked this deck versus the zombie deck that we were playing, and the zombie deck has a very real plan for when Shiao doesn't show up. This one probably doesn't, right? Is there an alternative we could be playing? Should we be like a Victoria hand deck, maybe? The Burns! Thanks for taking a couple of bucks from Jeffrey Bezos and sending them my way. He won't even notice it, I promise. All right, I need to draw a 1 or a 2. So we are 5 out of 7 to have active Wiccan this game. Any 1 or 2 keeps the Wiccan train rolling. Very nice, very nice. Bam. I think I do this and vibe on the Red Guardian for now. Punish for not playing it up blind. Man. I think it's this, and I give them a turn with this. Sprague, thank you for the 19 months. I could just do this. And then Wiccan or Shiao are both really good here. Bag of dicks.
Worthy.
Oh, and I ended on Kitty, so I can't shout this turn. That was a mistake. I should have ended on Red Guardian. Things to think about. Or did I guess wrong? Are we gonna acid arrow here? It's a 17 setter. They're gonna gain 6 more over here at a minimum. This would be a lot over here, right? 24 and then 25, then 8, 30 something. Gotta be good enough, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait, shit. Shit! We're 1 short? Fuck, we're 1 short. Flipped heads and should have flipped tails, chat. Out of 1 with the Shiao in the center. Also punished for I would have won this game with better variants. Like this sucked for us and this coin flip sucked. However, and this is if you want to get better at games, you can't focus on the variants you can't control. If I would have gone Kitty Red Guardian to be able to Shou on 5 so I could Absorbing Man Shou on 6, we would have won this game, I think. It's actually incredible to me how many people think Shou is Theta. If you wanted a drinking game for streams this week, take a shot every time someone asks why you're playing more than 2 cards with Shou. Shou is not Theta, gamers. Shou is not Theta. Shou is 2 or more. That is why these Shou decks are not Theta decks. What about Shou Thanos with Strange Supreme? I mean, Thanos is a good deck, so you could just put whatever cards you want in a good deck and it'll be fine. That was a very rude Iceman. Hopefully Sakar here does us a solid. Them losing their Iron Man is good for us. That's nice. Very nice. Very nice. Parking Angela. Probably dead here, question mark. I mean, I guess that's okay. And on Red Guardian to give myself the option to Absorbing in here. Alright, if we top deck Shou, we might still beat it to win it. What's a good sub for Merlin? 6,000 collector's tokens. Merlin is legitimately one of the individually best cards in this game. You should make it your next token purchase. In fact, I would go so far as to say, if you've spent collector tokens on literally anything else before Merlin in your collection, you probably fucked up. He's so good at important. Without Iron Man, I think we're good here. This card is so many numbers, it's unreal.
Victory.
It's so big. It's so big. Shou with Mysterio works like Galacta, yes. Buffing the leftmost? No, he's the last card played, so he'd be the rightmost, generally speaking. Some asterisks in there, but I would expect him in most situations to buff your rightmost. When will second dinner learn that +3 is the devil's stats? Wow. I mean, that seems pretty good for me, yeah. I said it earlier, if neither 3 nor 4 cost cards can be +3, maybe 5 cost cans. I mean, 5 cost cards have been, like, pretty underpowered in Marvel Snap for a while now. It's really unfortunate we missed our what's it called? Our 1 drop on 1. Oh, me, oh my! Spiderham. Spiderham is such a busted card. It's just so good at what it does. They're playing the zombie build though, so they've got a backup plan. Absorbing Man plus another could definitely get us here. Oh, they do have my Absorbing Man, don't they? Guaranteed. I'm going to 10. I'm going to 15 here. Yeah, we'll live for one. I wish ham porked slower. You hear that a lot, don't you? Roasty toasty. Roasty toasty. Does the order matter here for face down kitty? The order does matter because Shiao buffs your last played card. So you want to play the kitty out first, or the kitty out second, so that way we're buffing the Wiccan there. I'll take your finest acid arrow, please, Miss Bishop. Watch them also have Kate and Phil to center on us. Oh, shit! What do the kids say, chat? YOLO? They're gonna have Pim Arrow instead of acid, and we're gonna be cooked in the center. Sick. Oh, chat. I have some really unfortunate news that I think is gonna change how some of you feel about me, so I've been avoiding sharing it. So maybe earmuffs if you don't want to think less of me as a human being. But I do have to share that unfortunately today is my last day in the 25 to 34 age bracket. So if some of you need to move on to watch a younger, hipper Marvel Snap streamer, I'll be disappointed, but I'll understand. I'm no longer in the most desirable age bracket. Two boomer, I'm out. Understandable. Understandable. Okay, so I'm gonna Tribunal into Shou into Absorbing Man Shou Grandmaster, one of them, yeah? And I can put this here. Forest Walker, thank you for the 14 months. Happy early birthday, may your knees click less.
Such is my judgment.
Such is my judgment. Oh, my Shiao actually wasn't that big there, huh? It was only 6. Why do we need energy? Oh, because I Wiccaned. I think it's still just this, yeah? This is still the most points. Each of these are +9, yeah? Odin is more? No, it's not. Because I'm not guaranteed to Grandmaster the Shou if I do it that way. This gets me 2 rounds of Shou triggers. Right? So it's 9, 9, and then their base is 8. Whereas this is 18. And the Odin line could be more, but isn't guaranteed. This is a guaranteed 23. 9, 9, and sorry, math. 9, 9, and 8 is 26. Whereas if I do this, I get 9, 8, and 3, which is 20, and then it's a coin flip for the extra 9. So this is guaranteed 26 versus 20/29 on a flip. So I think this is ideal. Nice. Cool showing for our Grandmaster and Absorbing Man there.
Victory.
So it's that I don't know what the age demographic of your stream is, but I'm 43. My age demographic skews older than the average video game content on Twitch. This mostly hasn't moved since we moved to Marvel Snap. And actually, fun fact, my audience with Marvel Snap is actually older on average than it was when I was making Magic the Gathering content. So 25 to 34, that bracket I made the joke about aging out of is the largest tier by a small margin, but 35 to 44 is the second, followed by 18 to 24 and 45 to 54. And then to really emphasize that the Hoaglandia audience is focusing on not the children, the 65 plus bracket in Hoaglandia is bigger than the under 18 bracket. I think that's the number one that, like, we're not really kids watching games here. That's true too. Part of the audience being older than Magic is probably a lot of my audience aged with me. So I was, 20 something when I started streaming Magic. Oh my goodness, a free Viper to go with my hood? It's like Christmas, Benjamin. He's so giving sometimes. "43 with a 2-week-old newborn, I'll never be able to retire." I mean, they'll be 18 by the time you're about 60, yeah? Merlin makes Viper significantly less good here. Oh wait, I just punched him in the mouth, yeah? Absolutely, absolutely. And then they only had one shot. Oh my goodness, Porky, quit. The number one thing I took away from playing so much, what's it called? From playing so much Aurora is we should all be playing more Spiderham. I feel is something I feel pretty confident of. Huh. I think it's right to give up my Wiccan energy and the Shou value to Viper here. It's close though. Them only playing one card is super rewarding. I constantly splash ham if I have space. I just went over how I'm too old to understand what the children are saying, but is splash ham something they're saying these days? It sounds like something the kids would be into. Gee, what are you doing, kids? Just splashing some ham. I can't splash ham as often as I used to because I'm over 40 now. Yep. Don't look up splash ham on the Urban Dictionary. Oh my gosh. Is that actually a term? I feel like I have to now. No, not there. Not there. Don't you do it. I had to check. It's not there yet. Someone's making the page as we speak. Ant-Man avatar feels suspiciously bot-like. Probably a human? Probably a human. So long, New York. Would enjoy not dealing with the truffle shuffle on the last turn of the game. Ooh, that's potentially very spicy. What do you think of this? I think I'm into it. Sure! Then we have another thing to polymorph over there again? Sounds exciting. Damn it, Spiderham! I've been saying such nice things about you, and this is how you repay me? Holy, Merlin is on one. What a champion. Sarah is scary. Very. I think I actually have to leave, which is sad. Just like Ajax costs 2, Hazmat costs 1, Luke Cage costs 1. I really needed Shiao. If I had Shiao, we could cope stakes. I could Red Guardian plus Shiao, but I guess if they're staying for 1, we'll stay for 1. Might as well. But I want to make it clear that it's optimal to leave here. Oh, Red Guardian actually wasn't even taking that many away because they didn't spend all their energy that many turns. Yeah, Odin would have been a bit bigger center, is a good call out. God, if we'd have had Shiao, we'd have crushed him. Chat, you know, I think it's one of the biggest endorsements of the new card I could give. It's so much fun to play, I keep forgetting we need to take an ad break and having to use my snoozes. All right, we need to roll an ad after this one so it doesn't come up in the next gameplay. I just want to click the play again button. Secondary definitely found a great spot for 5-drops. Completely agree. They were like the most underserved spot on the curve for a long time. You would have snapped at some point in here, just for clarity's sake, if I wasn't not snapping. But, you know. I want to shuffle before I surge. What I'm struggling with the sequence here. It's like I kind of want to get rid of Hood's body, but I want to shuffle before I surge. Then I want to shuffle away my surge bonus. We are, unfortunately, all dressed up with nowhere to go. We don't have. I don't know if there's another payoff we could reasonably play in this deck, but we've definitely struggled with the games where Shou doesn't show up. And deck's popping otherwise, but really important that we draw what our deck is named after here. Their copycat is borked. That's not a thing. I can put 15, 17 points in the middle. And a few more on the right. I mean, that might do it. I'll stay for one. All dressed up. Hey, Grok, take this deck's clothes off. Oh my god, I hate you. I hate it so much. Shuffling in cards with Merlin doesn't help for Xiao's consistency either. Yeah, that's definitely true. That's an under talked about aspect of Merlin. Oh, gross. Did I win the right? I'm a little behind because of the sewer system. We're only tying here, and then we lose the breaker. That's sad. Man, that's sad. We would have beat any other things in the center, too. We did some type of miracle out of Savage Lands. That's close. That's close, considering we just didn't have any numbers left. If my transform had been slightly better here and I'd gotten more than 6, although 6 is probably pretty average for a 4. Alright, I absolutely want to play more with this one because I'm having a good time and Shou is a sweet card, but we do need to take a quick pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere today, gamers. If you're watching on the YouTube side, you're enjoying what we've been checking out, make sure you tap the like button on whatever video you're watching. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quick. BRB. Unfortunately, Moon Dragon seems like a really mediocre card. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being the worst card this season. Just give a quick skim of everything that's come in, but yeah, I think my expectation is Dragon of the Moon's probably going to be the worst card this season. Mediocre is my favorite kind of card. I mean, I like a lot of mediocre cards too. It's just mediocre while also not being particularly novel, right? It basically feels like weird / worse Cassandra Nova. Worse than Lockheed. I don't know who you've been getting your card opinions from, but Lockheed's almost assuredly a very reasonable card. think it's just this, question mark.
Are ye worthy?
All right. So Shao is +9. Hey Jeff, I've been watching since Slap launched. I didn't know we shared a birthday. What's going on, Bonus? Happy early birthday to you too. Fun fact, chat. This is one of those intro to probability type questions that you love. You love to it. This is one of those things that like really hammers home how not intuitive probability is for most people. Is that if you have at least 23 people in a group, the odds that 2 of those people share a birthday is over 50%. It's always one of those, you work through the calculations on that with your introduction to probability class to really hammer home to the students who are typically college freshmen like, oh, I'm not going to intuit most probability calculations. And if you're not familiar with that one, the Wikipedia page on it is pretty good. Which usually if you're teaching a typical class, you introduce that one by, if you're teaching an average class of like 20 to 30 people, you're a coin flip to have a matching birthday, and you like collect birthdays and then talk about it. I'm still trying to Wikipedia splashing ham over here. God bless. I think Kitty. The sequencing choices Shao leads to are really interesting. Cause like I would start on Maria Hill, but I think because Shao is a card we're playing to, I want to go Kitty into Maria, Kitty into like Kitty or Maria Hill's 2-drop plus Kitty. Or now we can Hood. Lovely. I guess if I don't Kate this turn, I'm not going to have a good window to play her, and I don't want to play another card that comes back to my hand here, I don't think. So let's do this. I also don't want to brick a draw. I'd like to draw Wiccan next turn, and I want to give myself the most chances to find Shao. One of my second year's classes 2 decades ago, I was a part of a trio in a class of 20 that shared a birthday. Now that's pretty unlikely. Cerebro 3. Yeah, it could be. Looking more and more likely here. So, I actually, if you go back and look last turn, I didn't say why, but I shuffled the order I had played my cards in there. So that way I ended on Pim Arrow. So this way, if I top decked Shou this turn, I could have the option to play it and pump this. But I'm actually not sure if that's ideal here, huh? I think it is, because I want the ability to Red Guardian of Cerebro if they play it this turn, I think. Ooh, they tucked in the Baku. Wanding on a location that was safe for you as Cerebro is bold.
Victory.
I have not watched Stranger Things, no. I think I watched the first season, like, when it first came out a decade ago. But I usually make a point not to watch Netflix shows until after they cancel them, because I really dislike waiting 2 years in between seasons of shows coming out. It's really tedious and unacceptable. It is finally done, so I might at some point put it on the list, but usually taking 2 years to make 8 to 10 episode seasons is just freaking wild in my mind. Well, Wiccan's gonna be active, but Mindscape sucks. Well, I don't need to play Merlin to reroll this anymore. That's the secret to video games, by the way, too, chat. I'll never understand why people are always in such a hurry to buy and play a non-live service video game. As any single player stuff, like the perfect time, in my opinion, to play a single player video game is like when it's finally gone 6 months to a year without getting a patch. Because then the game's actually done. All right, so let's do this. And then I'll go Absorbing Man into Grandmaster. Yeah, it's annoying. Makes my Grandmaster not consistent. Oh, I forgot Valley of the Hand was bringing. Oh, shit. Well, that's awkward. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Oh, maybe I should have Odin the left, actually. It's fine. This is a loser bot.
Power must be controlled.
Okay.
Victory.
I work in games, and I often only buy games that my friends have worked on. Otherwise, I play Genshin. Yep. Yep. Honestly, as someone who beat Witcher 3 on regular and New Game Plus, having an RPG with a never-ending story is kind of just something I always wanted. That's what Genshin is. It's like I know how the systems work. That's the toughest part of like every RPG is like having to like fumble. I feel like in every game, every regular RPG game, by the time I have a good grip on how the systems in the game work, I'm done with it. Oh wow, this is potentially really good for us. Their updates to make dailies better this year made it so free. Yeah, I had been playing Genshin daily for like, I don't know, probably 2.5 years at that point, and I was ready to put it down. And then they rolled out a way to like make dailies less tedious, and I was like, okay, I'm sticking with it. It fixes the problem I had. They're doing another Witcher 3 DLC this year. Really? Like one that's like the size of Blood and Wine? Or like how big is it? Like what does DLC mean? That's kind of a broad term. It's rumored to be the size of Blood and Wine, and it'll be a tie-in for Witcher 4. That's sick. I never got around to playing any of the Witcher 3 DLCs. Blood and Wine for Witcher 3 is a longer, better game than most standalone RPGs. If you enjoyed the base Witcher 3, Blood and Wine is very good. The other one was good too. I forget what that one was called. Hawk mid, Odin left. This is only +6 this turn is the problem. I guess this means I'm tying the center. Yeah, it's probably fine. It plays for all three. Heart of Stone, yeah. Oh, this is bad. I think they're only playing right if they're beating the 16. They're probably getting shanked. I think I've allowed myself to get Twitch chatted. Yeah.
Power must be controlled.
Ooh, we win the breaker? Win the breaker, sicko.
Victory.
Sick. So lucky. Yeah, I've heard good things about Cyberpunk. That one's old and mature enough that at some point I'll get around to it, I think. My plan when I retire someday, chat, is I'll just play all those video games I bought and never had time for you. That's what millennials are gonna do. Instead of golfing, we'll just like play our Steam and PlayStation library. Do we know, have they said, obviously, release dates aren't firm and technically don't mean anything, but like, have they said what their goal is for releasing Witcher 3 as far as dates go? Or Witcher 4? You know, whatever that other one is. Snap. I don't snap. Chat. Snapping makes my opponent sleep, and I want them to play the game. Do we want to end on the grapple to pull Wiccan into the bar? Nah, I think pulling the basic into the bar is fine. Wiccan's bigger on the left.
Clear for takeoff.
The Shou actually isn't very big here, the way I ended up sequencing. It's only +6 twice, but even at +6, it's like still pretty good. We porked their Ajax, by the way, for people that weren't here earlier. Do they ever beat this? Not with Ajax gone, right? This gives me +15 on the left, up to 43. Oh, I can Odin the right, and then it'll send it center. Yeah, that's better. They could Man-Thing the left. Does that beat me?
Are ye worthy?
Wait, what? Oh my god, if I just got Twitch chatted out of this fucking game, I'm gonna be so mad. Alright, we won the breaker at least. Grandmastering the Odin doesn't re-trigger the Odin. That's really weird and dumb. That is very, very weird and dumb. I'm sure that that's considered a feature for, like, preventing loops. But that is not intuitively how I would expect that to work. Yeah, it must be some type of catch for making sure you don't accidentally infinite. Gosh, chat, it's 5 o'clock and we've still got 1,000 people in here. Y'all are great. This season seems great. Good to be here. Sandbar again. Wake up, sheeple. Look how rigged this is. And Fisk Tower in the center for my Grandmaster deck. Holy. Benjamin is out to get us. No. It's also bad for them at least. God bless us, everyone. Sometimes not completely unlucky, Rubber Ducky. Is Token Tuesdays good value or nah? Token Tuesdays is actually one of the singular worst ways you can spend your resources in Marvel Snap. It is actively very bad. which was not the case previously, but it is now one of the worst ways you can spend your resources. It used to be one of the best. That is now one of the worst. I think I need to try and not play Kitty because I want to actually get cards out of my hand. The number one best thing to spend your resources on are the bundles that have currency plus a Series 4 or 5 card that you are missing. The second best thing are the 300 and 600 gold booster packs that give you a good chunk of credits. Because the ratio of credits to stuff in them is very good. Does update fix the Android client? I don't know. I asked that question earlier and nobody could give me a particularly firm answer. False! The best way to spend your resources is on Nico Minaru variants. It's hard to argue with the facts. I need a dragon. I need a dragon. Feeling very dead. Yeah, Grandmaster has definitely been clunky as expected. We'll limp for one here, but I think we're cooked. Oh, they have their Odin absorbing, man. Yeah, fair. Oh, would I have won with the other half of that? I don't think so, right? Would I have won simply not moving a card from the right? I think I'd have won simply not moving a card from the right, right? If I would have just gone Demon Kitty, we win there. Would have been +3. Definitely don't want 2 cards from Maria Hill. Double Psylocke's pretty good. Ooh. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. And I have priority next turn, which means that I get to punch this Iron Man in the mouth before they can, for reference, you should snap this hand before when the last turn flipped up. Now obviously we're not snapping. I just don't snap when we're playing on the ladder because I don't want everybody to leave. Whew! Wrong order for Absorbing Man. You are 100% correct. That was the wrong order. How's the Dragon of the Moon card? Absolutely terrible. Probably one of, if not the worst release this month. Oh, I ordered in case we drew Shiao, but I'm actually just gonna brick my draw here, yo. Because Kitty's coming back to my hand. That's fine. We're gonna win the game. Or we're pretty set even without it, but. Worst release this year, absolutely. Absolutely the worst release this year. Might be overcommitting left here. I'm only going to. I think it didn't compete on the race. That's great for us. This was my hope that they think they can't compete right.
Power must be controlled.
Cool. All right. You should expect Shang-Chi on a negative, by the way.
Victory.
The most popular negative builds have been playing Shang-Chi for a little bit now. Most of last month and before. This build was fun. I think this was probably the least consistent of the builds that we played so far, though. Grandmaster was a little clunky with our cheap on reveals, and I don't know what, but I really need a different number maker in this deck, I think. I don't know that there's an easy answer for that, but in the games where Shiao was buried, we struggled to make sufficient numbers on the board. And it could be that you could just bail out in those games, but having some type of redundancy probably would have value here. All right, let's take a pause for the cause. Let some adverts roll, and we'll see what we're doing when we get back. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. We're shooting for a little while yet.